Good morning, HubSpot Nation. Welcome to Wake Up with Customer Platform, your unofficial HubSpot updates morning show where we help you discover the platform value you already own. I'm Chris Carolyn, and I'm joined by my co hosts, Casey Hawkins and George B. Thomas, as we make sure you're not sleeping on HubSpot's true capabilities. If you're joining live, drop a hello in the comments and let us know what you're building in HubSpot today. Happy Monday. How are we doing today?
Happy Monday. It is dreary here, but that is April showers for you.
Yeah, for facts. My wife told me last night it was supposed to start raining at 10 p.m. last night and rain till 11 p.m. today. So other than that, I as well am doing great, but I look outside and I'm like, meh.
My husband and I just keep talking about all the flowers that are going to be beautiful when the rain stops.
There you go. The good side of the storm, right?
Whatever floats your boat.
Right, Texas.
Speaking of raining and storms, is this a calm before the storm? We've got only 3 updates to talk about today, but there's an announcement, or there's an event this week, April 10th, an in-person version of the Spring Spotlight, which they started last year in New York. And generally that means big things are happening. So
flowers everywhere.
Buckle up.
Yeah. So we'll hit these, but we got some other stuff to talk about, some stuff going on in the ecosystem after these 3. Number 1, schedule automatic exchange rate updates. In a private beta. What is it? You can now automate exchange rate updates for your currencies in HubSpot, schedule updates monthly, quarterly, or annually, eliminating manual work and ensuring accuracy.
Why does it matter? Maintaining accurate and up-to-date exchange rates is crucial for businesses operating in multiple currencies. Manual updates are time-consuming, prone to errors, and can lead to financial discrepancies. This automation feature saves time, reduces errors, and minimizes financial risks associated with manual updates, allowing you to focus on growth.
Oh, I love this. Like, your HubSpot is literally helping humans not leave money lay on the table. Like literally. Yeah.
And helping, the rest of the world get more out of HubSpot, get more out of Commerce Hub. A lot of people, things like this, things like taxes, things like, the financial stuff that nobody likes to manage.
Dirty word. Why did you say the dirty word on the show? Do not use that word ever again on this show. It makes me just taxes. Gee,
taxes.
Okay.
Exactly. That's why we need HubSpot to just take care of it. It's like behind the scenes, right?
Please.
HubSpot's just going to pay your taxes.
We are not legally bound by anything on the show.
And somehow this is account settings and not Commerce Hub or payments or anything like that.
That is odd.
We'll get into another payments update. Save a payment method on file for subscriptions. I'm okay with hitting this as many times as it shows up. This is a huge deal in terms of getting value out of Commerce Hub and payments. What is it? You can now speed up payments with stored credit card and ACH details for subscriptions within the subscriptions editor. We use multiple layers of security to protect sensitive payment information, and our payments tool is built using Stripe's API to manage the secure collection and transmission of payment data.
Why does it matter? Storing a payment method for future charges enables you to charge your customers without asking them to complete an online checkout, streamlining your revenue collection process. Great stuff.
Just keeps getting better. I'm just saying.
Makes it easier to get paid. And by the way, anybody worrying about security, if you're still one of those writing down, credit card numbers and maybe not making sure all those notes that you got in your order files and filing cabinets are
Oof.
secure. Yeah, maybe not bad idea to give HubSpot a look here.
I'm
Everybody,
sick to my
every HubSpot
stomach.
customer has access to this, right? You don't even need to pay for another subscription, a different hub, right? It's baked in, and I'd say 90% of users are sleeping on how much payments and payment links and that piece of Commerce Hub can really just help them immediately.
I just signed up for it actually the other day, Chris. So
There you go. We're proud of you.
I'm sitting here trying not to think about my credit card information on a Post-it note in a file drawer. Oh God!
Yeah,
I might need a minute. Oh,
I was a bookkeeper in a past life, so I had a lot of sticky notes all over.
My!
Yeah, I'll do the dirty work and handle manufacturing, George. You can handle the fun, advanced industries. This goes alongside that stat that Jack always likes to share, like 40% of payments still made by, paper check. So
yeah, I've got a few of those clients.
Number 3, users can reply to closed tickets in the customer portal. Also happy to keep mentioning the customer portal.
Yeah, this is a big Chris Day. It's a small list, but
yeah. What is it? Users can now reply to closed tickets directly within the customer portal. No need to start a new conversation or switch to email. Yeah, you're always switching to email, that's for sure. If a user needs to follow up on a resolved issue, they can simply reopen the conversation with a reply, keeping all the context in one place.
why does it matter? Reopening closed tickets in the customer portal is one of our most requested features. Today, if a user wants to reopen or respond to a closed ticket, they have 2 options: exit the portal and reply through email, or create a new ticket without the necessary context. We're introducing this update to give users an easy way to continue conversations on closed tickets without forcing them to create a new ticket or leave the portal.
I wish they would highlight like what's new. Because I know we've seen this one before. And again, just because we've seen it doesn't mean the people who will watch today have seen it. And so of course you continue to talk about it, but like a little finger point emoji, a little
just for us.
a little, yeah, and just make it happen for our portals if you don't mind. Like it doesn't have to happen for everybody. Like, not that we're special. I mean, well, maybe a little, but like, come on. But no, it's like my curiosity gets me. I'm like, okay, why did this creep back up when I know like last week or maybe it was the week before, but one of the last 2 weeks we've brought this up, we've talked about it. So
yeah, I was talking to Nico about this yesterday, and just the pace that they can go, like, and the reason they might deliver stuff that's almost ready, or some people say isn't ready at all, that they can literally take pieces of feedback now because of all the AI around us and just immediately apply updates. So I told them it was, we definitely felt that on the show as we look for little like Easter eggs about what actually changed. And sometimes it's a big change. Like opening it up to a whole new set of users, like on the portal. But this one, can't put my finger on it today. So
it does look like, I don't know if this was here the last time, but you do have to enable this. It looks like in the settings. That's probably worth like calling out.
Okay. Well, that could be it. Generally, it is pictures. There's often pictures, new pictures to key in on. So keep up the great work, customer portal team. Wow. So I guess
it feels so weird.
I know. Before
jam 50,000 pounds of stuff in like a 5-gallon bucket.
Meanwhile, this schedule for release like doubled at least. So we'll take a look at this week.
Thursday I have to scroll for, so
yeah. So we've got required associations will be enforced when users create records on Android devices. Automated deactivation for publicly exposed tokens happening today. Tomorrow, scheduled hours for SLA rules and SLA reports. Multi-account management. If you haven't seen this one, the ability to mirror data across accounts, copy assets across. This is a big deal. So if you're in enterprise land and have multiple HubSpot accounts, things just got easier for you. On Wednesday, unified data privacy request management, video remixing, been in beta for a while. Views and checkouts on payment links. I think this one is a sunset. No,
Upcoming
not.
sunset, yeah. It's right below views.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And then Thursday, same day as Spring Spotlight, tasks in the sales workspace, expanded multi-currency support for Commerce Hub payments, edit labels for SMS test numbers, updated call summaries, and our favorite, voice routing in IVR.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited for this one. Tomorrow, at the Admins Hug, the cash flow acquisition. I talk about this one a lot, George. So I would love to hear from you and Casey, like how you guys are approaching this situation.
I don't know about George. I don't have a lot of customers like that have subscriptions in HubSpot. That's part of why I took so long to sign up for Commerce Hub, because most of my clients aren't using Commerce Hub. So it just isn't something that like comes straight to mind for me. I think part of that is because most of my clients have been on HubSpot for a while, and subscription billing management is a relatively newer feature in HubSpot, in the world of HubSpot. So I think there is a lot of value to subscription management, to billing, to Commerce Hub generally, that I think a lot of what I'll call like legacy HubSpot users, myself included, the old folk, aren't leveraging and maybe missing out on, including myself.
Yeah. My side of it, I've been using since I opened the business, by the way, since I went out on my own, George B. Thomas LLC, I've been doing all other than paper checks. Other than paper checks, I've been using the Commerce Hub to do everything. Quotes, invoices, like all of it. Like, and so I sit here and I look at the amount of my clients that don't use it and the amount of my clients that do, and then counting myself into the ones that do. I sit back and I'm excited for what does it change? What does it enable? How much easier are things going to get? I also, Chris, I lean into you, and like I live vicariously through you and like ERPs and quoting systems and like building things that should be but aren't necessarily native. And I have a couple of those clients where I'm like, okay, dependent upon what comes out the other side of this, do I want to actually start a couple conversations that I haven't wanted to start yet because of the Mount Everest climb that is perceived before you even take a step up the mountain? Anyway, that's where my brain goes.
Yeah. This is why I ask like questions about HubSpot, no matter how long the people have been in the ecosystem, no matter how much of an expert they are, because there's so much ambiguity to the platform when you're talking about full platform. When Casey goes straight to, subscription billing management, right? And that's all she's thinking about. And when cash flow was announced, and for a lot of people still, they're 100% focused on this part, right? And these are two like just ginormous, like functional additions, like to the platform. And that's why I'm excited. I've talked to Sarika, before. She's she's got so much experience in what they've done at Cashflow to be like, just like, hey, there's a gap. How is this a gap? After like 20 years, we're gonna we're going to solve for it. And now they get to bring it into HubSpot. So super cool. I'm very excited for tomorrow and just to see like what's coming. But all these little line item updates, like all the little revenue updates, anything related to quote to cash right now is moving towards this future. Yeah, really excited. And to George's point about helping people start to understand this, definitely working on some scoping products because scoping is everything when figuring out how to integrate your ERPs and get ready for CPQ. Especially CPQ is probably the most complex part of any tech stack that it's actually a part of. So really excited to see them solve that long-standing industry challenge.
Tell the viewers what time where they need to be and what time they need to be there.
Yep. Tomorrow, 11 Eastern, 10 Central, on the Admins Hug. Come get your questions answered. Indeed.
Square people.
My number one question: are we going to include the orders object in this implementation? I hope so. But
one for the jugular.
Yeah, probably a big week for that team. I imagine something will be said at the Spring Spotlight on Thursday as well.
One would hope.
Let's see. Are you guys ready for me to show a Reddit
I don't know.
post?
I mean, we might be. I never know if I'm ready for what you're about to show me, to be honest.
Depends on what the Reddit post is.
Well, the idea was always
firing HubSpot. Oh no, I'm sorry, that was months ago. Sorry.
Yeah. The idea is to help everyone understand the level of HubSpot knowledge across, audiences. There's been a little bit more engagement there, but I like to try and find problem posts. Here's one. My company is using HubSpot for our lead forms on our Webflow site for sales contact forms. We've found that the HubSpot forms at the moment are taking 5 seconds to load at a minimum, often longer. Wondering if anyone else is experiencing this and maybe has any ideas on how to speed this up. We've tested it on empty pages on our website with different devices, different networks, etc. Not a bandwidth issue they're applying here. It's always taking 5+ seconds to load. We're unsure what we can do to speed this up. Any ideas?
I have multiple questions. 1, how many other scripts are you running? 2, is your HubSpot tracking code in Google Tag Manager or just in the header of like your website? 3, are you using the multi-step form or the legacy form? Okay, like if I knew some of the answers to those questions right there, I might actually be able to diagnose a way to make it better. Also, number 4, why are you on Webflow instead of HubSpot? Okay, I'll be quiet.
There you go. Maybe this is a test run for people calling in too. Let's see. Man,
that's just where my brain went. I was like,
no, that's exactly why I bring it up. I mean, this taught me, like after Inbound last year, I'm all pumped up for Commerce Hub and basically everything outside of Marketing Hub.
Wait,
Reddit.
Wait, what?
Every Reddit post I ran into after Inbound was about like, I still don't know how to do emails. I still don't know how to do forms. So I was like, okay, HubSpot marketing team, you got me. Like, you still need to educate people about marketing, fundamentals and stuff. So it's like,
listen,
all right.
It's somebody's day one. I remind myself of that every day I walk in this office and remind myself it's somebody's day one. Teach it like it. Like,
let's see. Any other good ones here? A lot more. When I first started, there was a lot less like partner and consulting engagement. So seeing a lot more of those posts. This one is probably interesting. Deal close dates don't seem to make sense. Can someone from HubSpot please explain as to why the close date is the date it closed plus the local date of the person closing it. Is that real?
Wait, plus? What do you mean plus? That plus has multiple connotations. Like,
All right, I'm trying to write a public app. Okay. And make it make sense, however, because you add the local time of the person. Oh, yeah.
Oh, so it has the date it was closed, not plus, and it has the local time? Okay, wait, hold on.
I mean, I guess my question is, why would that matter?
Can you pull one of them?
Getting that granular, like, and I know it's because the user is the one that's putting it to closed one, is why it's attaching that. This one's interesting. I
Well,
would need to know more, but
well, Nick Decker sets them straight here, probably pretty
look at
simply. Use date property, set the date to UTC, UTC 6 zeros, and be done with it. For-
Thanks, Nick.
while he always takes a moment to keep it real, you are correct. HubSpot default dates are a mix of legacy nonsense. There are some date timestamps at the time it's inaccessible via the CMS, but they have made a lot of progress on this over the past few months, right? This is the thing, like so much has been done over the past few months,
yeah.
right? And so I like to pull stuff like this up just because, I mean, out of the gate, a lot of people are, there's just so much misinformation out there because HubSpot moves so quickly.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think that's good for today. What else is on your mind this week as we wrap up, folks?
It's like next week, the workflow now in workflow is going to be sunset next Friday. So if you're using that field, you should be moving off of it. I don't see it. I don't think it's even been on the products update page. Like I don't know why.
I remember it. Let's look at sunset here.
And then search workflow once you're in sunset. No? Interesting.
Maybe it's over here. I definitely remember talking about it.
Well, that's gonna be
One of my clients got emailed about it, which is how I originally found out about it.
Maybe it was yeah, maybe they're just hiding it because we made such a ruckus on the show. There must have been Madeline that was here. I remember somebody, not me, being rather annoyed by the change. But thank you for the breather today, HubSpot. And we, of course, look for that to be short-lived as we continue the week and you guys get ready for your spring spotlight. Don't miss out on the admin hug tomorrow, introducing cash flow at 11 Eastern, 10 a.m. Central. Remember, folks, you probably already own the solution you're looking for in HubSpot. Sometimes you just need to wake up to it. It's probably payments today. Join us tomorrow morning as we continue exploring what's new in the ecosystem. Drop your biggest takeaway in the comments and let us know what capabilities you want to wake up to next. Until then, I'm Chris Caroline.
I'm Casey Hawkins.
And I'm George B. Thomas.
And this has been Wake Up Customer Platform. Now go build something amazing. Have a great week, everybody.